Welcome to Aikidoflow. I thought I'd do something completely different on this video. A couple of people have asked me along the way what equipment I use to make the videos. So I thought it might be interesting to make a what's in my camera bag video to show you what equipment I use and why I use it. So I hope you enjoy this video. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is the audio section of my filming kit. Now, as some of you may know, audio is really important to me. I used to do a lot of music, and I can tolerate a bad picture, but I really can't tolerate bad sound. So sound has to be clear. So let's have a look at these in order. So first of all, let's have a look at this. When we started recording, we actually started recording with a separate audio unit, this Zoom H1 recorder. What we used to do, I used to clip this to Andre or Azu, and I used to get them to put that inside their pockets so we could hear them clearly, so we could hear exactly what it was that they were saying, because it was really important. But what I found that the amount of videos that we were doing, it was just taking too long to put the audio and the video together. So I don't really use that much. What I use is a Road Link now, and it's like a wireless system. So this one plugs into the camera with some cables, and then this plugs into the lav mic, and then Azu or Andre will have this on them. So the audio will be recorded straight into the camera, which really speeds up the editing. So that's really what I use the majority of the time. And of course, I've got some spare batteries for the Road Link and some other bits and pieces. I use some Apple headphones plugged into the camera to monitor that the audio is okay. There have been a couple of occasions where we've recorded a video, a show, only to find when I play it back that the audio wasn't plugged in properly and we haven't got any flipping audio. So I use this to listen with. When I do my videos, I don't use the wireless system. I just plug straight into the camera. So I use this extension that just plugs straight into the camera, and I just plug straight in there, and I just wear the lavalier mic. It just makes things much more simpler. There has been an occasion where we needed a more general audio. Now, of course, anybody that does any recording at all will know that the audio, the mic inside any of these cameras is absolutely useless. It's a waste of time. It's not very often we use this because I like the audio of the lav mic. It's a cleaner sound, and it's nice and tight and full. So most of the time I use this, but there are occasions when I do use this. This is the camera that I use. It's a Lumix GH4. It's not expensive compared to what it does do. It's got all of the bits and pieces that you need to be able to film it. But there's one caveat to that, and that is that I absolutely hate the autofocus. The autofocus is useless. Love the camera. It's a pleasure to use. It has everything that you need to be able to do everything. Very small and very light, And the majority of the time I use this 12 to 35 constant 2.8, which means that even if you zoom, it still stays at 2.8. This is the lens that I use the majority of the time when I shoot the videos that we do on location. It just means that I can work really, really quickly. The lens that I use the majority of the time when I do my videos, which are more controlled and they're more inside, it's actually not a Canon, that's just a lens. So again, this is a Lumix, but it's a 25mm Lumix, and it's 1.7, which means that the depth of field is much tighter on this, and it's a nicer look. But there's no camera stabilization on this lens, which is the reason that I don't use it on location. And there is camera stabilization on this lens, which means I can handhold it while I'm shooting the videos. And you know, if you watch our videos, they are handheld the majority of the time, which means that this lens is actually really, really important. The majority of the time we record our videos on location, and we don't use lighting all of the time, but the times that we record in a gym, even though the gym has lighting and is lit up, we need extra lighting to make sure that the faces of Andre and Azu are nice and clear, because the lighting just isn't strong enough. So this is what I use. So we use 2 of these. They're really good. They're light, they're easy to transport, and I'll speak about that a bit later, the whole transportation of everything. And they do the job really well. I've got two types of batteries. I would be using these if it was going to be a short session. They just clip in, and there's you can see these are unbelievably bright, and there's like a little battery indicator here, which is really handy, so I can actually see when the battery's going to run out. I think these heavy duty ones probably last for maybe about 2 hours. The small ones maybe about 40 minutes or something like that. When we shoot videos, we're moving around a lot. We're not in one static location, so everything has to be light and it's got to be maneuverable. That's really, really important to us. The majority of the time, to be honest with you, I'm actually hand holding the camera. I don't really use a tripod that often, as you can see really in the videos, but I do bring a tripod with me, and the majority of the time it's this Manfrotto B3. But one thing I like about it is that it's actually really small. It's really small and compact. Color balance. I can't tell. When I first started, I used the automatic color balance on the camera. It was atrocious, and everybody's skin tones were yellow, and it was just really, really horrible. And so I use this every time I shoot. We work out where we're going to shoot, and I get Andre and Azu to hold this up in front of their face, and I will take a white balance so we know exactly what the white is, and then that's locked into camera. Once again, you know, the amount of videos that we shoot, I just haven't got time to color correct the videos after we've shot. Everything needs to be as good as it possibly can be in camera. So this is unbelievably important. Yes, like all the other YouTubers, we have a drone. This really, the reason that we decided to get this particular drone is because it's so small. Best camera is the camera that you have with you, and we've only just got the drone, and I didn't really want to get a big drone that I'd have to have a separate case for. it just really had to really squeeze in really with everything else. Variable ND filter. Now, what's a variable ND filter? It's basically a pair of sunglasses for your camera lens. No, you just turn it and it gets lighter and darker. An air squeezer, that's to get all the dust out of your lenses. This is really the name of the game, really, which is that everything needs to be, certainly for us, everything needs to be packable and mobile, because we're moving around all of the time. We do tend to record 2, 3, 4 videos in one day sometimes. So it actually needs to be mobile. So I'm going to pack it all up just to show you how everything kind of fits together. Once again, it really comes down to only packing and only taking what we absolutely need. So there's nothing here that we wouldn't be using. Nicely packed. And if I was to take the drone would be in the top there, and my tripod would go in the side. So this is a low pro, by the way. It's a low pro rucksack, and once again, nice, tight, and portable. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. This video was a bit of an experiment. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this, more technical, more behind the scenes, what it is that we are actually doing apart from what you see. Let me know in the comments, and we'll have a look at it. And if we have enough people that are asking for it, I'll make some more videos kind of like this. So anyway, I'm gonna create a kit list, so there should be a link in the description below that should have a list of all the kit, just in case you want to find out more or you want to specifically know what kit it is that I have been using over the past 2.5 years or 3 years now, something. Anyway, I shall see you on the next video. Remember, enjoy your training, because if you don't enjoy your training, there's no reason to train in the first place. See you on the next video.